Hi, it's Alison again from scrappinginsingapore.blogspot.com. I've got another mini book that I've made for another friend who's leaving Singapore, the second one in a month, which I've used the inspiration again from the book on Sharon scrappyspace.com. This time I've made it slightly differently, but the main structure of the book is the same as the one that I did when my friend Lynn left a fortnight ago. Now, Alison and I, the lady who's leaving, walk together 3 times a week, if it's not raining like it is this morning, in the botanical garden. So I thought it would be nice for her to have a small album which shows some of the things that we see when we're walking around there. Usually Alison's walking far too fast and well in front of me, as there's a group of us that go. So I've got some photographs in here that show the things that she maybe would have had the chance to photograph if she'd not been walking so fast. On the front page I've done the woodware butterflies again. The stamp is a different one to the one that I used for Lynn's album. This time I've used the one in the middle here, but these woodware stamps are just fabulous. I know that I said how great they were in Lynn's video, but they're just so versatile and you can do so much with them. This time I used Pro markers in the Warm Grey 5 and Moss to fill in the colours on the butterfly, and I used some ice stickles in Silver Ice to highlight some of the little pieces in the book. So on the green dots on the butterfly, it's very sparkly and iridescent, and once again we've got the Swarovski crystals on there too. So let's have a look inside. Now, when Sharon does her book, she doesn't put this first page in. She keeps hers to just the ordinary page. I like to strengthen the cover, and that gives me an extra page which is 6 inches high, 5 inches for the main part of the page, and then gives me a 3-inch flap, which I often use to add smaller photographs or photographs that I've cut down because not all of the images is exciting. And with this there was just an awful lot of green on it, so I thought I would just leave the ginger flowers there. So here we have the small page, and on the other side I took a photograph of a palm leaf. These things are absolutely huge and are all over the place in the gardens. On the next page I used some Swarovski crystals and used the swirl on one of the templates that I have. It's from the Flowers and Flourishes range. I'm not sure who, Basil Basics make this, and it's just a template that I glue through, and you can use these many ways, and they come in various sets. There's a couple of sets here, but they're really good if you want to get the swirls and perhaps don't want to use some of those fabulous Prima Bling swirl things that would just be more than I would want to add to this. It would just have been too much on the page. So just for a little bit of bling, these templates are superb. Cut here are 2 butterflies cut with the Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and again there's 2 little Swarovski crystals in there, and some more ribbon the same as tied the book together. I put in this time the flap that is in Sharon's example. You'll often see, if you're ever in the botanical gardens in Singapore early in the morning, people doing Tai Chi with these huge long swords. So that's something that we always see, and that's a group of us meeting to go on our walk. This time I changed the design slightly from the one that I used in Lynn's book. Instead of piling the envelopes on top of each other, this time I used 3 pages and I put 3 tags in each. And each tag has got the dragonfly on again that was at the beginning of the book, just cut larger, and again the ice stickles on there, which really does look pretty. And on the back, Martha Stewart's little butterfly again with more Swarovski crystals. These flowers I made just with, they were actually from some wedding decorations that I found in a cake shop, and they're just little fabric petals. So I stacked 3 of those and put a jewel brad in the middle to match with the rest of the theme of the album, and just a little tape there with Remember When on it. At the bottom I've used the bracket punch, which is the American Crafts knockout punch, and layered those and repeated that across the 3 areas where the pockets are. And in the middle, another one of those Swarovski swirls done with the Flowers and Flourishes template. The next page has got just a photograph of an orchid, and that little half page again, which is stuck to this page to ensure that the back's not so bulky. That has some palms from the rainforest in it, and some, I think they're called parrot plants, but they're very much in evidence around the gardens as well. On the last page, another Swarovski swirl and the Martha Stewart butterflies, and I made the accordion this time that Sharon has in her book, so that's just a view across one of the lakes, and also afterwards having coffee when we finished walking around the gardens. And then when you open it the other way, there's some more of the people in the park. These people do like heavy duty aerobics, which looks really hard work. That's a tape from the royal wedding, which had people dressing up as Camilla and the Queen. Caused a bit of a stir in the gardens, let me tell you. And this little fella here, he does line dancing quite often to Chinese music, and you're free to join in if you're ever in the botanical gardens in the morning about 8 o'clock. And he's there doing his line dancing with a group of people round about, and people just join in if they happen to feel like a spot of line dancing after breakfast. And that's it. On the last page there's another butterfly, I think it's a dragonfly actually, a dragonfly, yeah, that I cut out and again done with the stickles. And that's the book. I'm hoping she's going to like it, and I'm planning on still doing that tutorial that shows the slight variations that I've made to my book that are different to the one that Sharon has put into hers. But I've got to say, this is such a useful album. You can get a lot in it, and it's just perfect for a small gift for somebody to remind them of the time here in Singapore. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you again soon.